Hey guys, it's Ty the Spirit Messenger, and I'm gonna go over the Archangels Visit altar. I'm gonna share with you how we have set our altar up at home for our Archangels Visit. And I want to just preface this by saying I don't believe that there's any like right or wrong way of doing it. But there are some steps laid out in the Archangel's Visit, and you might find that using some of these features and setting up a space for them could be really beneficial to the process, and it might hold a little bit more of that intention that you're wanting to experience and embody. So I've been making altars for quite a long time, and I've never followed any set of rules, but I do have a few practices, and so you're going to see that on our altar today and the things that I show you. So a couple of things I want to mention first. For me, a lot of people have an issue or problem with the idea of worship and this being a space of worship. I look at it a little bit differently. I look at it as kind of like a place of residence or a space for the archangels, and the intentions that it's like a communication table for me. So this to me is no different than giving one of my boys their own room or their own space in the house. So that's what this altar, how I identify with this altar, first and foremost. Secondly, I would like to stress the importance of everything that comes in on your left is usually about receiving, and what you're sending out is usually on your right. So when I go to establish mine, I do pay attention to what's on the left and what's on my right as I'm setting it up. Because intentions are so important. I'm really big about intentions. I do use a mixture of essential oils and blends and incense and candles and crystals. So don't limit yourself, but also if you have preferences, do that. Especially for the Archangel's Visit, if you decide you want to play and assign a different scent, a different essential oil or incense for each archangel, do that. If you decide you want to get one fragrance and use that throughout the duration of their visit, do that. Just whatever is kind of like in your heart's desire. You'll see a mixture here on our altar, a little bit of everything. So let me talk about the roses. We chose roses because they're actually, the scent of the rose is, I actually have a special relationship with the divine now when it comes to roses. I actually didn't used to like roses. I thought they were like most commonly gifted to each other, but 7 years ago, God and I had a lot of conversations where he used the rose, the divine used the rose to, as in a lot of examples with me. So I now have a very special place of fondness in my heart for roses, and I've also found out that the vibration, the frequency of a rose, the scent, is one of the highest on the vibrational scale. So we chose white roses for our Archangel's Visit, and I did use 3 of them. 3 is one of my favorite numbers. I have 3 sons. My birthday's in March. This December is a 3 vibe, and we are in the last month of a 3 year. So the Archangel Visit is a very divine and holy experience for me, and that's why we went with not just 1, but 3 roses. I usually have something on my altar that cleanses or smudges, and so for that we've got a stick of Palo Santo. Depending on where we're at or what's going on, I may alternate back and forth between a sagebrush or stick, or using an incense scent or an essential oil for that matter, or Palo Santo. So in the Archangel's Visit, you're going to also be asked to decide on a fruit. And what I was actually given divine guidance that, that whole phrase or that we know, be fruitful and multiply. So I received guidance, I don't know, I want to say it was a couple months ago by my divine support team, that when I want to experience more prosperity, eat more fruit, literally. And there were certain fruits that I was actually told, blueberries and apples, to try to see what happens, but it's not limited to those two. So for us, we've chosen an apple as our fruit, but again, you can select pineapple, oranges, whatever, but I do recommend the fruit. The other thing I want to encourage you to do, this is the envelope with our 3 wishes sealed. And I'm assuming, our details are filled out, signed, sealed, delivered there. So that's in the middle. Because some of our wishes, we want we want our intentions to be very strong. So I've laid a few other crystals out, selenite on the right side, making sure our intentions are clear. This is a raw moonstone, which is really that feminine, intuitive, emotional, healing vibe, super psychic stone here. And Herkimer diamond, because some of our wishes on here are have a money value to them, and some healing. So we've used jade and healer's gold to put literally on there. And then I have this celestite geode on the right side again, just kind of asking the archangels to envelope and encompass this being their space. A couple of other things to mention. Oh, and we have our candle. Whether or not you purchase like one of those tall ones that burn for days and days or hours and hours on end, or you alternate out with something simple like a tea light, it can have a fragrance. It doesn't have to have a fragrance. It's really your choice. I like to use either all 5 by the Taoist belief, or at least all 4 of the elements, being fire, water, earth, air. And then, as I said, the Taoists also use metal. So you'll probably see that signified on all of my altars. I feel like that brings balance and security in this 3D planet Earth world that we are, this planet that we're living on. I feel like this hosts this space by our divine support teams to kind of manifest and allow our wishes to come true. So that's kind of it. I feel like the feathers symbolize both the angels on earth and in heaven that we have, and it even has a picture of a turtle on it. So this is our altar for the Archangels Visit. Feel free to share your altar in our Facebook community. Be your own guru. I can't wait to find out or listen to or read or hear about all the different experiences that you're going to be having with these archangels, and have fun with it. Take care.